Hello? Hello, 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 hello. Parallel University here. Jenny Funkmeyer at your service. Today's topic is the process of death. Before death, during death, and after death. So, I'm actually not obsessed with death. Well, I am obsessed with death because I want to not die. So being obsessed with the process of death, it's like, I'm obsessed of going to Paris, so I really research how to go to Paris, the ticket prices, where to stay, read up all about it. It's kind of like that. That's my fascination with death, is actually about ascension. So, yes. In order to understand ascension, you should see the video that says Death, Resurrection, Ascension Explained. So that's the lecture that came before this. If you understand what I said over there, this will be easier to follow. If you have not, that's okay. There's, whatever. So, the reason I study the process of death is because I want to totally stay awake during the entire process. I want to be awake. I want to know when death is approaching. I want to know what happens when I'm dying. I mean, it's like it's going to be a wild ride, man. It's like something that everyone throughout history has been doing, and no one came back. And that's not true, actually. Some people have come back and tell us about it. And my knowledge is based on those people who have come back and talked about what happened. So I want to stay really awake during the process so I can really know what's going on. I know I'm going to be hopefully, what do I know, huh? I'm not dead yet. I would go holy shit, this is happening to my body. It's like taking drugs or something, right? It's like, wow, this is dope. I remember getting drunk the first time. It was like, wow, holy shit, my head is swimming, my body. It was really fun. It was just really fun to watch the body go through this huge thing. So I think the process of death is going to be like that, and that's why I study it. I want to remember when I am dead, after I'm dead. I want to remember who I am, who I was, where I dropped my body the last time, so I can choose a better life the next time, right? So that's called incarnation, reincarnation. You died and then you are born again, and hopefully you learn all your lessons in one lifetime, and then when you come back you can learn new lessons. And then as you learn all your lessons and understand that we are one, love, harmony, all those things that all the ascended masters are talking about, you will go into resurrection. You don't have to die anymore. And then from resurrection, you're going to go into ascension. So those other two processes will also be explained very carefully in the next two videos that you can see. Okay, so let's begin at the beginning. Before death. I'm talking about just kind of, close to death. Not when you were 10 years old and you're not going to die until you're 95. So that's not the years ahead. The years ahead are just kind of really close to the event that is going to no more death. Those years could be, if it's it varies, right? There are some people that you can see the choice in the aura. When we died and how we died is not largely under our control. It's kind of under the control of our higher self, our lower self, our desires, what's happening with humanity, with Mother Earth, Father Sky, or it's like there's a lot of factors in how you die and when you die and what your soul journey is. But ultimately, those are your choices. There's no one else. You're the one who makes all the choices in your life, and you also make the choice of whether you are choosing the ascension path, which is eternal life, or you're just choosing death. So years ahead, you are going to be able to see a person who actually had chosen death. No one is going to say, "Oh man, that's it. I'm gonna choose death." Some people are very honest and they actually say that, but most people are going to say, "No, I'm not dying." But you can kind of see it in their choices while they are alive, right? If they are consistently angry, they repeat dead-end jobs. It's called dead-end jobs because it's a job that's going to kill them. They live in situations that are just not good for their soul, but they keep living there anyway, so they're killing themselves. People that smoke cigarette, that is called, I call it a latent desire to die. They really know what happens when you smoke cigarette and a long-term health benefit. It's like it's pretty much a slow suicide, and you kind of know it. And these are all individual choices. I think there's nothing wrong if you choose death. Some people are really dead already. They're walking around, just dead. Just not alive, like gray, like a gray cloud. Again, I might sound pretty like, but no, I really respect that. I think each soul come to this life for a certain period of time and a certain lessons, and some people that's the choice, and that's the right choice. So, but I myself am going to choose to be very alive, like until my death, or resurrection, or ascension. I'm going for ascension, of course. All this work right now is because I expressively want the ascension of my own soul. I don't want to die. I want to live forever in eternal life, in happiness, in a higher dimension. That's called ascension, and that's going to be a very important video. But right now we're talking about death, and I'm trying to tell you that I want to stay as alive as possible, man, all the way. I want my auric field, I want my aura to show up like really pretty, multicolor, shooting white lights and golden stars, and just woo, 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 yeah, hey, 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 yeah. All the time, I want to be alive. I want every minute to be good and to be alive. So years ahead, you can totally see the choice, probably at least 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 years, some people 20 years ahead. You can already see in the auric field the choice for death. Especially people who are going to kill themselves, you can really see it very, very clearly. People who are going to die of accidents, you won't see it as clearly in their aura, but there are going to be signs. There are going to be these accelerated signs. There are going to be dreams that kind of foretold the accident that's going to happen. Sometimes that dream might come years ahead. It's like, of course, this is an individual. This is a creative process. We're just talking about, I'm right now just talking about kind of generally, this is what happens. There's just like everything else in life, there's exceptions. It's not always. Do you think I have no sound? I'm going to finish and then continue, okay?